This week's news is all about CinemaCon in Las Vegas. All the big distributors presented plenty of info on movies like Kung Fu Panda 4, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Fast and Furious 11. In addition to further updates on Indiana Jones 5, Elemental, and Oppenheimer, there were also new images for Mission Impossible 7, Dune 2, and a release date for the third season of The Witcher. Enjoy our extra-long KinoCheck news. CinemaCon is one of the most important movie events of the year, and major film distributors love to use it to promote their upcoming movies. Sony kicked things off on the first day of the convention in Las Vegas by revealing a lot about upcoming projects like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Kraven the Hunter, Bad Boys 4, and many more. One of the most surprising pieces of news at CinemaCon was the very first trailer for the upcoming Gran Turismo film adaptation. The game is one of the most popular racing franchises and can regularly score points with its almost photorealistic graphics and uncompromising realism. The movie tells the story of professional racing driver Jan Mardenborough. We'll get to see Stranger Things star David Harbour as well as Orlando Bloom in the leading roles. A worldwide release of the so far exclusive trailer can be anticipated soon. The Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse panel at CinemaCon went down particularly well with attendees, as Sony showed a full 14 minutes from the upcoming animated blockbuster. Together with his girlfriend Gwen Stacy and many other Spider-Men, the teenager will have to take on the supervillain The Spot this time. The ambitious animated film from Sony, which is to include a total of 6 different animation styles, will be released in cinemas starting June 2nd, 2023. Fans of the Bad Boys franchise with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence got their money's worth at CinemaCon. After his scandal at the Oscars in 2022, Bad Boys 4 is Smith's first big project. In the meantime, many even suspected that he would no longer assume a major role in the future. This does not seem to be the case, however, and the two main actors announced via video message that they have already spent 4 weeks in production. It is still unclear when exactly the movie will be shown in theaters, but given the current state of production, a release in 2024 seems quite likely. Things got gloomy during the presentation of Kraven the Hunter at CinemaCon. The SSU film is about the eponymous protagonist, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is one of Spider-Man's best-known villains in the comics. The fact that the movie differs from the always cheerful MCU films of the competitor Disney is already evident from the age rating of 18 years. Come October 6, 2023, fans will then be able to watch the movie in theaters. At CinemaCon 2023, Disney showcased plenty of updates on upcoming films like Indiana Jones 5, The Dial of Destiny, Elemental, Wish, and The Little Mermaid. Visitors to the convention were treated to an exclusive clip from the new and final Indiana Jones film starring Harrison Ford. In it, Indy and his goddaughter Helena chase antagonist Jurgen Voller, played by Mads Mikkelsen. During the frantic ride through the city of Tangier, the role of Phoebe Waller-Bridge seems to also perform some spectacular stunts, which results in some amusing roars from our hero. The general public should be able to watch the scene by June 30th, 2023 at the latest, when Indiana Jones 5 The Dial of Destiny hits theaters. Moreover, Pixar fans were able to take a look at the first 20 minutes of Elemental at CinemaCon. Here, we meet protagonist Ember as a baby as she arrives together with her parents Bernie and Cinder in Element City. You could see parts of her life and her basic mindset that different elements should not mix. She often helps out in her parents' store, but also annoys customers from time to time because of her temper. One day, when she floods the basement during a tantrum, she meets Wade, a city employee who promptly gives her a warning for the defective pipes. At the end of the scene, Ember chases Wade around town as he tries to relay the message. How exactly it all plays out and how it continues in the plot is something we can all see from June 16th, 2023, as that's when Elemental hits theaters. Visitors to CinemaCon were treated to various exclusive scenes. In addition to more footage from the Haunted Mansion, for example, there was also a singing scene from Disney's new animated film, Wish, with Ariana DeBose and Chris Pine. An extended scene from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was also shown, in which Star-Lord and Gamora share an emotional moment, without realizing that the entire crew is actually listening. As for The Little Mermaid, Melissa McCarthy was seen for the first time singing her iconic song, Poor Unfortunate Souls, as the Sea Witch, Ursula. Movie giant Warner Bros. Also took the opportunity at CinemaCon to present new trailers for the most anticipated projects of the coming months. After the takeover of DC Studios by Peter Safran and James Gunn, all signs are pointing to a fresh start at DC, and so Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will be the final blockbuster of the DCEU. Warner Brothers revealed the first trailer for the sequel, and of course, lead actor and fan favorite Jason Momoa was given plenty of screen time. Among other scenes, Aquaman is said to have been staying in a lighthouse in Atlantis and fighting various enemies shortly after. Black Manta, portrayed by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, also has an action-packed face-off with the DC superhero. By the way, the controversial actress Amber Heard is also on screen, although they may have deliberately kept her appearance short. The last DCEU film will be released on December 20th, 2023, before the new DC Universe, or DCU for short, takes over. Even though there has been a lot of speculation in recent months about the first solo movie by Barry Allen, aka The Flash, and lead actor Ezra Miller, the movie will play a decisive role in the transition from the old to the new DC Universe. If those present are to be believed, however, the wait for the new shots was definitely worth it, and director Andy Muschietti has, by all accounts, succeeded in making a very good superhero film. Whether the final film will live up to the fans' expectations, which have now been raised even further, can be seen in movie theaters from June 16, 2023. The Barbie film adaptation by director Greta Gerwig is likewise expected to have a lot of potential. The multicolored adaptation, which is supposed to be much more profound than the neon pink world and cliched characters would have us believe, is already an internet phenomenon. In addition to Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, actor and wrestler John Cena will play a special version of Ken. In the trailer shown at CinemaCon, Cena is seen swimming through the water as a merman while accompanied by a mermaid played by pop star Dua Lipa. The finished movie is scheduled for release on July 21st, 2023, so the Comic-Con trailer should be out very soon. The sequel to Denis Villeneuve's Dune, released in 2021, is surrounded by just as much hype. The film takes us back to the desert planet Arrakis, where the main character Paul Atreides is preparing for his revenge campaign against Baron Harkonnen. The freshly shown trailer is said to live up to the expectations for the epic sci-fi movie and create great anticipation for Dune Part 2. Fittingly, Vanity Fair published the first exclusive images from Dune 2 on Thursday. In addition to familiar characters such as Zendaya's Chani, Josh Brolin's Gurney, and Baron Harkonnen, there is also a mysterious shot of the back of the Harkonnen heir, Fade Rauta, played by newcomer Austin Butler. The new actor is joined by Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan and Léa Seydoux as Lady Margot. For moviegoers, the movie will be a special experience, as the film was shot entirely with IMAX cameras and will thus already visually surpass its predecessor. Starting November 3rd, 2023, you'll be able to watch Dune 2 in cinemas. The presentation of Meg 2: The Trench also made massive waves. One scene in particular, in which lead actor Jason Statham fights the giant shark with a sword, provides a great preview of many crazy action scenes. In the trailer, which is not yet public, you can even see a T-Rex being eaten by a megalodon. But there will be no crossover with Jurassic World. Said scene probably shows a prehistoric world and not the 21st century. We look forward to the release of the trailer and the theatrical release on August 4th, 2023. Universal Studios did things in style, presenting some exciting sneak peeks of their upcoming movies at CinemaCon, including Kung Fu Panda 4, Fast and Furious 11, and Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan spoke about the unique historical significance of the title character in his new film Oppenheimer, played by Cillian Murphy. He also hinted that a new trailer could be expected as part of the theatrical release of Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3. Audiences at the event were already excited about spectacular images from the movie, which were featured in a 5-minute clip. Oppenheimer is set to hit theaters on July 21st. DreamWorks was strongly represented at CinemaCon 2023. First, there was some footage of Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, and Trolls 3 band together to be seen. The highlight was certainly the appearance of Jack Black, who had quite a bit to say about Kung Fu Panda 4. The eponymous hero Po meets his most treacherous opponent ever, the Chameleon, badass sorcerer who can also summon villains from the past. Po must face each one of them personally, but before that, he must train somebody as his successor, since he himself is to become the new spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace. The film will be released on March 8, 2024. The highlight of the Universal Pictures presentation at CinemaCon 2023 was the appearance of the cast of the Fast and Furious franchise. After first looking back at the previous movies, Vin Diesel went on to announce that Fast X will continue, with Part 2 hitting theaters in 2025. First though, Fast and Furious 10, aka Fast X, will be released in cinemas on May 19, 2023. The Netflix series The Witcher, with Hollywood star Henry Cavill, is without question one of the most popular shows on the streaming service. Since the end of the second season, fans have been eagerly awaiting the third and presumably final season, featuring Henry Cavill on the adventures of the Witcher Geralt of Rivia. According to the latest reports, the season will be released in 2 parts. The first episodes can be expected as early as late June. When Henry Cavill announced his exit from the Witcher series a while ago, there was great disappointment among fans. One contentious point that led to the departure of the lead actor was the increasingly major discrepancies between the book by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski and the Netflix series. Even if the parting of Cavill may be tough for some fans, you don't have to expect a total cancellation of the series. As of season 4, Liam Hemsworth will take over the lead role. How that will go down with fans remains to be seen. Just a few days ago, the first teaser for The Witcher Season 3 was released. You can see some epic scenes with Geralt and Ciri, as well as many other characters that are known from the video games or the books. The first 5 episodes of Season 3 will be released on June 29th, with the remaining 3 episodes coming out just about a month later on July 27th. We are definitely excited and look forward to further information. Just a few days ago, the busy promo phase of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning kicked off with the release of new images from the film. The movie is set to hit theaters this summer and has a true star-studded cast, as the new images from the official Twitter account impressively approve. One image, for example, shows main character Ethan Hunt strolling through Venice with his 3 companions, Ilsa Faust, Benji, and Luther. Another picture shows Tom Cruise in his iconic pose, raising both arms protectively in an attempt to resolve an obviously dicey situation. In the background, you can see an armored vehicle on its way to the scene. Just as typical for Tom Cruise fans are scenes in which the actor runs away from or towards a great danger, which is often illustrated by running scenes that last several minutes. Particularly interesting is the look at the yet-to-be-named antagonist, who is embodied by MCU star Pom Klementieff. There is speculation that she will work against Hunt and the IMF, at least in the beginning, and possibly later switch to the side of the good guys. There is also a snapshot of Tom Cruise on a motorcycle receiving instructions from director Christopher McQuarrie. The motorcycle scene later leads to one of the most spectacular stunts in the film series, as was already shown in the teaser. It's safe to assume that we'll see a lot more daredevil maneuvers in the upcoming Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. A proper trailer should be coming out soon, given the theatrical release date of July 14, 2023. This was a true roundup of all the big projects in the near future. For more CinemaCon news that didn't make it into the video, check out our website at kinocheck.com. Moreover, for all the Mario fans out there, we got a video on all the Easter eggs that you might have missed while watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie, as well as a video on a quick look behind the scenes. Thanks for watching, and see you next week for more Hollywood updates.